Tara Brach, Radical Compassion, Learning to Love Yourself and Your World with the Practice of Rain. Welcome to the enlightening world of Tara Brach's Radical Compassion, Learning to Love Yourself and Your World with the Practice of Rain. This transformative book teaches you how to create mental space, gain perspective, and develop self-compassion through the practice of rain meditation. Rain is a 4-step meditation technique composed of recognizing, allowing, investigating, and nurturing. It enables you to distance yourself from life's problems and live in the present moment. Radical compassion teaches us to respond kindly to negative emotions and overcome feelings of shame, fear, and anxiety. By embracing this holistic practice, you will learn to nurture your inner goodness and cultivate healthy relationships, allowing you to experience life more fully and authentically.
Find your way out. Life can be overwhelming, leaving one feeling trapped and in need of perspective. The rain meditation technique teaches one how to create mental space and live in the moment. The 4-step practice allows you to recognize, allow, investigate, and nurture negative emotions. By turning your attention inwards and following the rain technique, you can find your way out of the dense forest of daily life. Are you feeling overwhelmed by the endless parade of everyday activities and problems? At times, it may feel as though you are lost in a dense forest, with no way out in sight. But don't worry, you can always create a mental space to gain some much-needed perspective. The rain meditation technique can help you develop that mental space. RAIN stands for recognize, allow, investigate, and nurture. This 4-step practice is designed to provide you with distance from daily life's problems and help you live in the moment. To begin, you must first recognize that you are in a trance. Things like compulsive behavior, anxious thoughts, or rushing to get things done are all red flags that indicate you are not living in the moment. Next, take a breath, and allow yourself to experience what is happening without judgment. Once you are centered, it's time for the 3rd step, investigate. Direct your attention inwards to uncover what is causing your negative emotions and what you may need to feel better. Are you feeling fear of failure, or are you feeling torn by multiple priorities? What kind of reassurance do you need to move on? The final step is nurture. Close your meditation by sending a message of support inward to yourself. As you gently relax your body, think of positive phrases like, "You will be alright," or "We can do this." The rain meditation technique helps you turn your attention away from the outside world and towards your inner self. By following these 4 steps and turning your attention inwards, you can find your way out of the dense forest of daily life. Responding to negative emotions. The book emphasizes the rain meditation technique that helps in responding to negative emotions without judgment. It highlights the Buddha's approach of recognizing and allowing Mara, the god of hatred and greed, instead of fighting him. By acknowledging and accepting our negative emotions, we can respond with kindness instead of hostility. The book further explains RAIN's other 2 steps of investigating and nurturing and how practicing mindfulness consistently can help make recognizing and allowing a regular part of our thought patterns. The technique is exemplified through the story of Roger, a powerful executive, who learned to control his anger by recognizing and allowing his negative feelings. Uncovering our inner gold. A story about a damaged Buddha statue leads to the key message that we must break our defensive barriers to find our inner love and compassion. RAIN meditation's investigating and nurturing steps can help us do this. An example of this is Sophia, who used RAIN meditation to heal from a tough breakup. Nurturing our inner child and imagining our future self can also help us uncover our hidden gold. The article encourages applying RAIN meditation to common problems. Leave behind negative self-beliefs. We all have negative thoughts about ourselves, but we must learn to shed them in order to grow and connect with others. RAIN is a helpful practice to recognize negative thinking, investigate the belief, and let it go. By doing so, we can take an exquisite risk and reveal our inner beauty, sensitivity, and compassion. Many people struggle with negative beliefs about themselves, which can hold them back from achieving happiness and connecting with others. Our brains are wired to remember painful events, making it difficult to ignore or leave behind thoughts of failure and worthlessness. These beliefs eventually become part of our identity if we constantly ruminate on them. The key message in the book is that to grow, we must shed these mental blocks. One helpful practice is RAIN: recognize negative thinking, allow for negative emotions, investigate the belief, and let it go. By questioning the truth of negative self-beliefs, we often find they are distortions or even fabrications. Letting go of these beliefs can create space for growth, as we take an exquisite risk to reveal our true selves. It may be scary to let go of long-held beliefs about ourselves, but the risk is worth it. By shedding negative self-concepts, we can allow inner beauty, sensitivity, and compassion to be revealed. This allows us to grow and connect with others in a more meaningful way. Overcoming shame through nurturing. The RAIN meditation technique can help people overcome feelings of shame by cultivating radical compassion for themselves. Shame is a feeling that arises when people believe their faults are so great that they will no longer be accepted into their communities. This feeling can be distressing and lead to self-hate. However, by nurturing their inner self-worth and finding compassion, people can overcome these negative feelings. In the RAIN technique, nurturing is the final step and involves focusing on positive feelings and finding compassion outside oneself, such as through loved ones, nature, or revered spiritual leaders. By practicing nurturing, people can find the strength to forgive themselves and overcome shame. Confronting Our Fears. The book tells the story of a child who overcame his chronic nightmares by facing his fear. To control negative emotions like anxiety and fear, we must confront them directly. The RAIN technique is helpful in processing mild anxieties, but larger fears require seeking outside help. By recognizing our fears, allowing them to exist, and giving them to a spiritual companion, we no longer carry them alone. The power of investigating desires. Max, a successful CEO, struggles with FOMO, a modern term for an old affliction, having too much desire. Tara Brach offers a classic koan to help him find meaning. Investigating the roots of desires can help us nurture inner wholeness. We go after money, objects, or ways of controlling others, but these pursuits are ultimately unsatisfying. By practicing RAIN, we can uncover the root causes of our immediate desires and nurture our needs in a more wholesome manner. Fran engaged in this process and discovered that she used eating to soothe her inner child when feeling hurt. She decided to nurture that inner child with messages of love and support instead. Meditation can help uncover our true desires. RAIN is a powerful tool for understanding oneself and improving relationships with others. Letting go of resentment. Holding on to anger and resentment can prevent your wounds from healing. Forgiveness is a process that unfolds over time, and it requires seeing the goodness in others. In Radical Acceptance, Charlotte and Stefan learn to unlearn their anger and reshape their relationships. It's human nature to feel anger and hurt, but holding on to resentment can be harmful to ourselves and others. In Radical Acceptance, author Tara Brach explores the power of forgiveness through the experiences of her students Charlotte and Stefan. Charlotte was struggling with a period of poor health when she realized that many of her relationships were still mired in past arguments and negative emotions. She decided to open her heart to forgiveness, which freed her from the burden of anger and allowed her to see past the negative aspects of others. Stefan faced a similar problem with his father, who had disapproved of his son's sensitive personality and artistic interests for most of his life. Even on his deathbed, Stefan saw his father as a cold and uninterested man. It wasn't until his sister encouraged him to see his father as a multifaceted person that Stefan was able to reconnect with him before it was too late. By seeing his father's loving side and embracing forgiveness as a process, Stefan was able to reshape his relationship with his father. Forgiveness isn't always easy, but it's a process that requires mindfulness and an open heart. Practices like examining someone's face and understanding their emotions and motivations can help us let go of anger and resentment. By unlearning our anger, we can reshape our relationships and find essential goodness in others. The healing power of mirroring. The Babemba people of South Africa have a unique and powerful way of healing their community members. They focus on basic goodness and use mirroring, reflecting back the positive qualities, to help those they love. Basic goodness is not just about surface-level attributes, but it refers to deeper human qualities like love, kindness, and creativity. Mirroring helps in building strong relationships and resilient communities, and this is supported by a special kind of rain meditation called Seeing the Secret Beauty. This practice can be applied to anyone, even oneself, and can help heal the biggest rifts in our society by extending radical compassion to others. Overcoming unreal othering. The power of rain to break down barriers and eliminate unconscious bias. Archbishop Desmond Tutu, a Nobel Peace Prize winner renowned for his anti-apartheid activism, recognized that he had unconsciously absorbed some of society's worst stereotypes. The story about his fear while flying with two black pilots is a striking example of unreal othering, reducing people to a one-dimensional image and stopping us from seeing them as complex individuals. Unreal othering leads to racism, classism, gender discrimination, and perpetuates through implicit bias. The good news is that we can practice rain to recognize our implicit biases, accept those differences, investigate why we have those biases, and nurture our acceptance with love and openness. The 2016 documentary Look Beyond Borders exemplifies how rain can break barriers and help strangers see each other as individuals who share many similarities rather than just differences. However, unlearning unconscious bigotry needs careful attention. The stereotypes and biases deeply rooted in our society won't disappear overnight. Still, individuals can learn to eliminate at least some of their unconscious biases, limiting their growth, leading them towards a more holistic view of the other. Living with an open heart. A meditation retreat with Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh taught Brach the preciousness of each moment. Being truly present in daily life is the key to living with an open heart. But how do we stay present? Through the practice of remembrance, which consists of 4 techniques: pause for presence, say yes to what's here, turn toward love, and rest in awareness. These techniques help us to avoid being caught up in the rush of living and to tune in to the world around us. Regularly practicing these techniques and combining them with rain meditation techniques can help us meet the challenges of life with love and compassion.
To conclude, radical compassion, learning to love yourself and your world with the practice of rain, provides invaluable tools and insights for cultivating mental clarity, self-compassion, and enhanced relationships. By embracing the rain meditation technique, including recognizing, allowing, investigating, and nurturing, you can successfully overcome negative emotions, dismantle harmful beliefs, and live more presently. This journey towards self-compassion will empower you to break down barriers that keep you from truly connecting with yourself and others. By practicing rain routinely, you will foster a more empathetic and supportive mindset, melting away shame, fear, and anxiety. Remember to pause for presence, say yes to what's here, turn towards love, and rest in awareness in order to make the most of life's gifts.